A leopard cub was lying in the dirt, crying, legs twisted, struggling to breathe. Ranger Robin saw it first through the fence line. "Stop the jeep," he said. The tires screeched to a halt. On the other side of the fence, a leopard stood guard, her golden coat streaked with dust, her tail flicking fast. She didn't move toward them. She didn't run. She was waiting. The cub whimpered again, a thin sound that barely reached them through the morning air. The mother paced once, twice, then looked straight at the rangers. Her chest heaved, eyes wide, a low rumble building in her throat. Not threat, but plea. Robin's pulse hammered. "She brought it here," he whispered. The others stared, unsure what to do. Then the cub let out one last broken cry. "Get the med kit," Robin said. "Right now." They jumped out of the jeep, boots crunching on gravel. The leopard's body tensed. She stepped forward, teeth bared, tail lashing. Robin held out a hand. "Easy, girl. We're here to help." The fence stretched between them, rusted wire and steel posts. The cub was trapped on her side, only a few meters from safety. "Looks like she carried it here," Morgan said, crouching. "Dragged it all the way." The cub's paw was mangled, blood dark in the dust. "She couldn't get through the fence," Robin muttered. "So she came to us." The leopard growled, pacing along the fence. Every time the cub whimpered, she lunged forward. "She won't let anyone close," Morgan said. Robin nodded. "If we don't calm her, the cub dies before we reach it." The rain had slowed to a heavy mist. Each breath came white in the cold air. Through the fence, the leopard's eyes burned like glass, fixed, unblinking. Every instinct told Robin to back away. He'd faced charging elephants, wounded rhinos, cornered cats. But never this. She wasn't defending territory. She was fighting despair. He could see it in the way her chest shuddered, the way her tail cut the air like a blade. "She's holding herself back," he muttered. "She knows we're close." Morgan adjusted the tranq rifle, whispering, "If we miss, she'll be through that fence before we can reload." Robin swallowed hard. "Then we don't miss." Morgan waited until the wind shifted, carrying the scent of oil and human sweat away. "Forgive me," he murmured. "It's the only way to help you." He took a breath, aimed, and pulled the trigger. The dart hit her shoulder. The leopard roared, the sound ripping through the trees. Wild, furious, terrified. She spun, claws tearing at the dirt, tail lashing against the fence. "Hold position," Robin shouted. "Give it a second." The leopard staggered once, then again. Her muscles trembled. Her breath came out in heavy bursts. Finally, she dropped to her knees beside the cub, her head still lifting weakly as if refusing to surrender. "Move!" Robin barked. The rangers ran. Wire cutters snapped against the fence, sparks flying where metal met metal. "Check the pulse," he ordered. Morgan knelt, pressing his glove against her shoulder. "Still breathing. She's going under." Robin dropped beside the cub. Its chest rose shallowly, tiny breaths whistling through its nose. Blood soaked into the sand beneath its paw. "Easy now," Robin whispered. "We've got you." He slid his hands under the cub's belly. The little body was limp, warm, too light. Its paw, twisted, deep gash cutting across the bone, made him wince. "Pressure bandage," he called. Morgan tossed the roll. "Got it?" They wrapped the wound, layer after layer, the cub flinching each time. Its eyes blinked open once. Unfocused but alive. The cub's breathing hitched, shallow but steady. Robin exhaled hard, rain dripping from his chin. "He's still with us." They worked fast, securing the last wrap. The mud around them had turned to sludge, streaked red where blood mixed with water. Morgan adjusted the bandage, glancing at Robin. "That'll hold till the vet gets him back." Robin nodded, brushing his hand gently over the cub's head. "You did good, little one." For a brief second, the world felt still. Just the hiss of rain and the faint tremor of life under his palms. "Crates ready?" Evan called from behind. They slid the cub inside, patting it with an old tarp. Robin knelt, hand lingering on its side. "Hang on, you're almost home." Then, faintly, the earth vibrated beneath them. A deep hum rolling through the mud. The sound wasn't thunder. It was her. A soft rumble. "She's moving," someone warned. Robin turned. The leopard's paw twitched. Her ear flicked. "Sedative's wearing off," Morgan said. "Then we're out of time." They lifted the cub gently, sliding it into the crate. The latch clicked shut. "Back. Go," Robin ordered. The men pulled away just as the mother's eyes opened fully. She raised her head, blinking through the blur, her muscles twitching. Her body swayed, but she tried to stand anyway. The Jeep's engine roared. The leopard let out a guttural sound. Half growl, half cry. And took one weak step forward before collapsing again beside the fence. Her eyes locked on the crate. Robin froze for a moment, meeting her gaze through the wire. No anger. Just something that looked like grief. Then the Jeep lurched forward, tires spitting dirt. Behind them, her call rose once more. Low, trembling, fading into the hills until only the wind remained. 2 days later, the cub lay bandaged inside a small enclosure at the rescue center. Its paw was wrapped tight, chest rising slowly but steadily. Robin sat outside the pen, elbows resting on his knees. The camp had gone quiet. Just the hum of the generator and the chirp of crickets in the grass. The cub stirred once, nose twitching. It sniffed the air, blinked, then settled back down. "You fought hard, tiny fighter," Robin whispered. He leaned back against the post, exhaustion heavy in his bones. For the first time in days he let himself breathe. Then, a sound. Low, deep, and distant. He froze. The men nearby straightened. "You hear that?" one asked. Robin nodded slowly. "I do." A leopard's call. Soft, rolling through the trees beyond the fence line. They turned off the lights. The night glowed silver under the moon. Robin stepped out of the gate, scanning the forest beyond. His flashlight swept the darkness, then stopped. 2 golden eyes reflected at him from the tree line. The mother. She stood still, her body half in shadow, tail swaying slowly behind her. "Sir," a guard whispered. "Should I fire a warning shot?" Robin shook his head. "No. Don't move." The leopard didn't growl. She didn't advance. She just stood there watching. Her eyes flicked toward the enclosure where the cub lay, then back to him. Calm, alert, searching. For several minutes, neither moved. Then from inside the pen the cub whimpered, soft, unsure. The mother answered instantly. A low rumble rolled across the ground, steady and warm. The cub responded again, this time quieter. Not afraid. Robin felt his throat tighten. "She came back," he whispered. The leopard blinked once, slow and deliberate, then sat down, still watching. Her muscles relaxed, her breathing evened out. Finally she rose, turned toward the trees, and began to walk. Each step was silent, graceful, certain. At the edge of the forest she stopped and looked back one last time. Then she disappeared into the dark. Robin stood there long after she was gone. By sunrise the forest was still again. Robin stood by the fence where she'd been. The grass was flattened where her paws had pressed into the earth. "She waited here all night," Morgan said quietly. Robin nodded. "And she left when she knew he'd live." They released the cub back into the reserve weeks later. Stronger. Whole again. The crate door opened. The little leopard bounded into the tall grass. Then stopped, nose lifting to the wind. From somewhere beyond the trees, a shadow moved. The mother leopard had come. Her eyes locked onto her cub instantly, instincts guiding her through the tall grass. Slowly, carefully she approached. The cub twitched, then padded toward her. Side by side they walked together, moving through the grass as if nothing had changed. The rangers watched quietly as the two disappeared into the forest. No roar, no fear, just the silent pull of family. Robin smiled. She got what she came for. They walked back toward camp in silence. Behind them, the forest shimmered under morning light. Morgan broke the quiet. "You ever think about why she didn't just take him somewhere else?" Robin nodded. "Because she knew where Mercy lived." He stopped once more, glancing back at the fading trail. "There's wild in us too," he added. But maybe the difference is, we get to choose what kind. The wind carried the sound of birds waking, a soft rustle through the leaves. Robin smiled faintly. She chose trust.